Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Intan Rahmayani. I'm from English Education and I want to explain about narrative text. Tenses used in the narrative text are past tense. Narrative and recount are almost similar. Both are telling the event in the past and actually using the past tense. Simple past continuous tense or past perfect tense. The distinguishing is narrative text in usually a biography or to tell the personal experience. Things that differentiate between narrative and recount text is the text structure in narrative text tells the conflict that occurs, while in recount the text is no conflict that occurs. Narrative text is that tells a story. Example of narrative text: folktale, fable, legend, and short story, etc. The characteristic of narrative text: generic structure, orientation, provide an introduction to the characteristic, place and time of the story, who or what and where. Complication: contain the head of the conflict or problem in the story. A story may have more than one complication. And resolution: troubleshooting could end up with excitement. Happy ending could also end up with sadness or sad ending. Grammatical feature use past tense. Frequent use the conjunction of times, temporal conjunction. For example, once upon a time, one day, long time ago. Objective: to entertain reader and to tell story or stories. Structure: orientation, complication, resolution, reorientation. Example of narrative: when your friend tells a story about seeing a deer on the way to school, he or she is using characteristic of a narrative. How narrative skill develop in childhood. Narrative skill takes center stage in school when children need them for things reading comprehension, creating rapport, and building friendship. To be successful at the text, they need a narrative foundation which they get from running, play, reminiscing, reading. This time, I will share example of English subject question about reading comprehension, narrative text, and discussion that you can use as a learning and evaluation stage in crisis knowledge of the learning material currently being discussed. Text 1. Maura, who liked to be considered the most beautiful and powerful queen of Arabia, had many partners. One by one, he threw them away, until the list was reduced to just 3 all equally young and handsome, rich and strong. It is very difficult to decide who will be the best among them. One night, Maura disguised himself and went to the Sheikh church camp, where they were about to have dinner, and asked for something to eat. The first gave him leftover. The second gave him some unappetizing crumbs. The third Sheikh, called Hakim, offered him the most tender and delicious meat. After dinner, the queen in disguise leaves the Sheikh church camp. The next day, the queen invited the 3 sheikhs for dinner in his place. He ordered the servant to give each one what they had given him the night before. The judge, who received a plate of the delicious meat, refused to eat it it if the order to could not serve with him, and this art ultimately confidence Queen Maura that he was the knight meant for her. Without question, Hakim is the most generous of you, he announced. He squeezed the sake, so the judge I'm going to marry. And question 1. The three sake are not blah blah blah. A. Rich. B. Young. C. Strong. D. Gloomy. E. Handsome. To choose the right answer paragraph. All young and handsome, rich and strong. What is not in the sentence is gloomy. So the right answer is D. And question 2. Which statement is true about the queen? A. The queen is the most powerful queen in Africa. B. The queen is very proud of her beauty and wealth. C. The queen herself serves the sake with delicious food. D. The queen is very careful in deciding who she will marry. E. The queen was very satisfied with the food provided by the sheikh. Note paragraph 1. Maura, Queen of Arabia, has many applicants that look the last paragraph. The last sentence, be judged I getting married, answer D. And question 3. The queen orders her servant to give the sheikh the same food she had from the night before because blah blah blah. A. He wanted to entertain his guests. B. He wanted to test the taste of the sheikh. C. He wanted to see the reaction of the sheikh. D. He wanted to make jokes about the sheikh. He wanted to repay the sheikh. The purpose of the queen to provide similar food as she received from the sheikh is to see the reaction of the sheikh. So the correct answer is C. And question 4. The main idea of paragraph 6 is blah blah blah. A. Judge as unselfish people. B. Hakim served with delicious meat. C. The judge was satisfied with the food servers. And D. The judge wants to serve a meal with the sheikh. E. The judge has made the queen find a solution to her problem. The sixth paragraph is a resolution seek generic structure of narrative text. So the correct answer is E. I Intan Rahmayani and thank you for watching. See you guys.